Welcome, and thank you for being here today. This video is for anyone who feels stuck financially, mentally, or emotionally, and knows deep down that life could be more than it currently is. Today we're talking about a simple truth that most people avoid: you either set goals, or you stay broke. Not just broke in money, but broke in mindset, discipline, and direction. If you're ready to hear the truth and change your future, stay with me until the end. Let's start with something uncomfortable. Being broke is rarely about luck. Those things matter, yes, but they are not the deciding factor. The real difference between people who grow and people who stay stuck is direction. People without goals drift. And drifting always leads to the same place: nowhere. A goal is not just a dream. A dream is something you think about when you're bored. A goal is something you organize your life around. When you don't have goals, you wake up reacting instead of creating. You react to bills, emergencies, pressure, and other people's decisions. You spend money emotionally. You waste time mindlessly. You accept whatever life throws at you because you have no clear target. People who set goals move differently. They don't just wish for more money, they decide how much they want, by when, and why. They don't just say, "I want a better life," they define what better actually means. And once something is defined, it becomes achievable. Most people stay broke because they never decide. They say things like, "one day, eventually," or "when things get better." But one day is not a date, and eventually is not a plan. Without a clear goal, your brain has nothing to focus on. Your energy scatters. Your effort becomes inconsistent. And inconsistency is expensive. Here's the harsh truth: money follows clarity. Opportunities follow direction. When you know exactly what you're working toward, you start noticing chances that were invisible before. You meet different people. You learn different skills. You say no to distractions that used to steal your time and money. Goals force discipline. And discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without discipline, motivation fades. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Discipline shows up even when you don't feel like it. And goals give discipline a reason to exist. Let's talk about time, because time is the most expensive thing broke people give away. When you have no goals, time feels endless. You scroll longer than you should. You sleep later than you planned. You postpone important actions because nothing feels urgent. But when you have a goal, time becomes valuable. Every hour has a purpose. You start asking yourself, is this moving me closer or keeping me stuck? This is why goal setting is threatening to some people. Goals expose excuses. When you write down what you want, you can no longer pretend you don't know what to do. You might not know everything, but you'll know the next step. And that's enough to start. Another reason people avoid goals is fear. Fear of failure. Fear of looking foolish. Fear of trying and still not making it. But here's the secret: staying broke is also a choice. It's just a quieter one. A choice you make by default when you avoid responsibility for your future. Setting goals doesn't guarantee success, but not setting them almost guarantees stagnation. Progress only happens when discomfort becomes intentional. Goals make discomfort purposeful. Instead of suffering randomly, you struggle for something specific. Let's break it down practically. If you don't have financial goals, you will always spend what you earn. If you don't have career goals, you will stay underpaid or undervalued. If you don't have personal development goals, you will repeat the same year over and over and call it life. Goals change your identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who hopes, and start seeing yourself as someone who builds. And once your identity shifts, your habits follow. You read differently. You listen differently. You invest differently. Many people say they want money, but what they really want is relief. Relief from stress, embarrassment, and limitation. Goals turn relief into strategy. They help you move from survival mode into growth mode. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a clear direction. Start small if you must, but start specific. Instead of saying, I want more money, say, I want to earn this amount within this time frame. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, say, I want to master this skill. Clarity creates momentum. Understand this: broke is not just a bank balance. Broke is a mindset that avoids planning, responsibility, and delayed gratification. Wealth starts in the mind long before it shows up in the account. And the mind needs goals to grow. You may not control your starting point, but you absolutely control your direction. Every decision you make either moves you closer to your goals or further away from them. There is no neutral. Even doing nothing is a decision with consequences. If your life feels repetitive, it's because your goals are missing or outdated. New goals create new energy. They wake you up. They give you something to fight for when quitting feels easier. Let me be clear: setting goals will cost you comfort. You may outgrow people. You may have to say no more often. You may feel lonely at times. But comfort is expensive, and most people pay for it with their future. The world does not reward intentions. It rewards execution. Goals turn intention into action. They give your effort a destination. So here's the challenge. Decide what you want. Write it down. Make it measurable. Make it uncomfortable. And then start showing up for it daily, even when no one is watching. Because the truth is simple, even if it's hard to accept. If you don't set goals, you are choosing to stay where you are. And if where you are is broke, mentally or financially, then that choice has a cost. That cost shows up in missed opportunities, wasted potential, and years you'll never get back. It shows up in the frustration of watching others move forward while you feel stuck in the same place, repeating the same routines with the same results. Every day you avoid setting goals, you pay with your time. You pay with your confidence. You pay with the quiet regret that comes from knowing you could be doing more, becoming more, and earning more. Life does not pause while you figure things out. Bills don't wait. Responsibilities don't disappear. And the world doesn't slow down just because you're unsure. Goals are how you take control back. They are how you stop living on autopilot and start living with intention. When you set goals, you give your struggle meaning and your effort direction. Without them, you don't just stay broke in money, you stay broke in vision, discipline, and belief. You deserve more than survival. You deserve direction, growth, and progress. But no one is coming to hand it to you. It starts with a decision. A clear decision to stop drifting and start building. Thank you for watching this video. If this message challenged you or motivated you, make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Remember, your future is shaped by the goals you set today. Set them boldly, act on them daily, and refuse to settle. I'll see you in the next video.